Music.
Brick by brick by brick by brick by brick.
I own 100% of Barstool Sports. The sun, the moon, the Milky Way. It is getting so close, I can taste it. We can take a bite out of it. This is exactly, and I mean exactly, why Barstool Sports has to exist. It has to.
What's the amount of people there?
Today is Wednesday, November 8th. Coming to you live from Barstool, New York headquarters, brought to you by Stacker2 Energy. Joey, you got energy every day?
I don't. That's why I need supplements.
There you go.
We have the advertiser for you.
Well, I'm excited.
Do you know roughly what your daily intake of B12 is?
Probably not good because I don't get many vitamins or sunshine.
What if I told you could get not 1,000, not 2,000, not 5,000, but 10,000% of your daily value of vitamin B12 in that little shot right there?
I know people get needles in their bodies for B12. This is you skip the needles.
Sip that. You got the blue raspberry there, I think. You got the grape. You got the strawberry flavor. Also, if you're not into the drinking of the shot, you can do the Stacker2 Energy Chews.
Oh shit.
These are the extreme energizers. This has caffeine as well as a extract, a natural bark extract, so it gives you the energy you need. Now she will get her energy in the workplace. She will get her energy in the bedroom.
That is actually very good.
To go to TJ Maxx.
To go to TJ Maxx to get the ballet slippers for your boyfriend. She does have a big day, so she will need the Stacker2 Energy. You have the 6-pack of gummies right here. They call it Nuclear Nectar, because all you got to do is pop one of these bad boys, and you'll be good for the day. Gives you the extra boost. You can take the shot. Like I said, B12, caffeine, get your ass into high gear. Get this all by going to stacker2.com/Barstool for your Barstool Bite Back Special. That's Stacker2, the number 2. .com/Barstool. You get $5 off your purchase, or you get $5 worth of free product at Stacker2.com/Barstool. Joey's running around talking about. Joey looked me dead in my face because I'm looking around here and the fucking place is empty again, and I said, and Tommy was going to be a little bit late, and I was like,
you have a right to be mad about that, by the way.
It's kind of annoying. It's getting annoying, but I don't. We'll talk about it in a second. But I said to Joey, "Do you want to come on the show?" And he said, "No, I can't." And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I don't know. You got to go do out and about. Wait a minute, Pat's here. Maybe you got to go do a live show. Wait a minute, again, Pat's here. So what do you have to do? And he looks me dead in the face and says, I have to go to TJ Maxx. As if that is a reason why you could not be a part of content.
What do you need at TJ Maxx?
Well, I need a Christmas tree skirt. My Christmas tree is being delivered today. Everyone's going.
I thought you were stumbling over your words, and I realized what you're saying. The Christmas tree.
Everyone knows about this viral tree going on from HomeDepot.com. It's a pre-lit Christmas tree. Everyone's talking about it. I bought one for my father last year.
Wait, let me interrupt. Is this the one that just or no?
No, that's not that. You assemble it like, you know.
Okay. Have you seen that one though?
Yeah, but that's not a real tree.
It totally sucks.
That's like a little decoration tree.
Okay.
But it's all the rage. Everyone's talking about the pre-lit Christmas tree from Home Depot. So I had actually bought it last year. I'm ahead of the curve.
Ooh.
I bought it for my father last year for my father and his partner Bill. At their house, so I was like thinking, I was trying to like pinpoint to him and saying like, listen, I want my tree back, but he didn't get the hint, so I had to buy my own. But it's being delivered today, and I decorate the holidays 2 months in advance. Now I'm a premature queen, but now the tree's coming, and I can't just put it up and it's already lit. I can't put it up without a tree skirt. A lady never goes out without her skirt.
Why don't you just not put it up yet?
Because I have to.
You put up a tree before Thanksgiving is psychopath behavior.
It's a
What are you talking about?
It's a fake tree.
A Christmas tree before Thanksgiving?
I saw a study that said, a headline that said, studies reveal people who put up Christmas
Make you happy.
things early make you happier.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm all for that.
I mean, that honestly,
put it up in August.
That does make sense. I fucking love the holidays, and it's like, let's just start this shit up. Let's go.
Days. 28 days isn't enough Christmas. So you get double the Christmas. And Thanksgiving, anyway, you can't decorate your whole house with turkeys. You want it to be holiday and warm and inviting. A Christmas tree at Thanksgiving is the kickoff because Santa comes on the Christmas episode of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
It is.
It is. We were just talking on the bracket actually about how much we love like the spirit of like the last day of school before Christmas and everything. Like I'm excited for. I want to get into Christmas spirit.
Do you not usually?
I mean, when I was a kid, when I believed in Santa and shit.
Sure. Well, listen,
like,
nothing compares to Christmas as a kid. Like literally nothing in life will top that.
Yeah.
But
I don't
even
really
as an
watch
adult,
a Christmas movie like.
Oh, see, as an adult, I still fucked with the Christmas season. Like I get into it. I love it. That's why I like winter. Like I like the seasons because I'm like,
We're fucking.
I run hot.
Yeah.
February.
no, but in exchange for that, like if I had to go, if it was Christmas and I live in California and it's like,
Yeah.
ugh, this sucks. I like that there's the chance of some snow. I like the way it smells. I like the food that we eat. I like the holiday. And what sucks is that the day is the end. That always fucked with me
Yes.
a little bit of a kid.
Is that-
When it's over,
Christmas,
it's the worst.
Yeah. Like it's one of those same things with Thanksgiving. You cook for like 25 hours and then people eat for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like, okay, we opened the presents and now it's over. So the longer we can milk this shit,
I love
the
it.
better.
I love the music. I love the cocktails. I love being in the house. I love the danger of a snowfall. I miss COVID, to be honest.
Dude, the pandemic was
Best.
fire.
Like not being
Minus
like
the mass scale death, the pandemic was incredible.
Yeah, not
That's
the death
important.
toll, but like literally like having like being shut in like a rainstorm or like the power going out. I love a natural disaster. I love a pandemic. I love to be like not being able to leave the house. The fear of like going outside. I love it.
Because the problem is, when I could just do the pandemic right now for the rest of my life, but I needed all you guys to buy into it.
Yeah.
Barstool Indoors, I was living the pandemic life as
forgot
much as I
Barstool
could.
Indoors was just your brand always.
Dude,
was in
yeah.
the forefront.
It was just like now, like it was like Bane in Batman. I was like, you just merely adopted the indoors. I've been born in it. I'm molded by it. But when there's nobody else to make you feel bad, like when I turn things down, social things, or I see things I'm not invited to, or I see people out, I'm like, that sucks, man. Like I don't really want to be there, but I'm missing out. But when you can't do that,
Oh, it's the best.
yeah.
It's like we're all in this together.
Yes.
Do you really miss that though? Like if you even still like if you see people out, are you like, I wish I was there? Or I
No,
wish I got the invite.
I don't wish I was out, but I do miss that. Like the stories you guys are telling, the laughs you guys are having. I would love. Part of me had a thought of like, when I get my house, I wanted to like have people over, and it's like I'm just gonna make you guys come to me.
I would.
But it's weird. If I was like, you guys want to just like come to my house?
I'd love
Wait,
to.
what,
Would
what
you
are
really?
we
Would
gonna
you
do
come
a
to my house
fucking-
and just hang out?
A pool party?
Yeah, I love having
that.
We should do parties. We should. I could host a dinner party. During
A
wanna
pool
come
party
to- I
is
wanna
different.
come
I
to
think
you
over the
too.
summer,
yeah, come over.
My pool's all fucked up this summer. I think next summer I will have people over for the pool. But like if I was just like, you guys want to come to my house and watch TV? I think that's kind of weird.
Well,
We take an hour-long
yeah,
train.
I mean,
I would come just to go through your
I
shit and see how you live.
Yeah. That's what my point being. Like that's what I think is weird. Is what I want to do is like what you're doing at the bar, but I just want to like do it here.
Because
you
that's
know?
ideal because
And-
you're in your own environment.
Right.
Yeah.
But that
I
would
wouldn't
be
wanna come over
weird.
and watch a movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Probably
what,
nicer than the bar. Do you have a theater room in the house?
Not yet, but we're gonna do it
yeah.
up nice.
You should
yeah.
get 2 pools.
I got a big enough one already, bro. It's
Segregated pool?
I'm sorry.
What are you referring to? 2 pools.
Anyway,
One
you're
for
going
children,
to TJ
one for
Maxx.
adults.
Yeah.
Getting a tree skirt, and you're also
skirt, I had to pick up
you're also
tap
getting the
shoes.
tap shoes for
I have to pick up my boyfriend's tap shoes. I have to pick them up.
again. These are the reasons why you were not going to be on the show.
Well, I didn't actually hear what you were saying because I was in a tizzy.
Got it.
Thinking about said tree skirt. But I'm also looking for a Chrome. I'm ChromeQueen.com this year.
What does that mean?
I used to be gold and brass, but now I'm all about chrome and
The
silver.
inside his apartment is Studio 54.
1979.
You walk in.
Oh,
there's
speaking
burnt
of
orange rug,
fucking
there's a
which,
chrome fucking
can I
thing,
say
pile
something?
of drugs.
Sure.
The floor is yours.
And I have pictures to back it up.
Uh-oh.
Now I have receipts and dates. I'm not coming for her. There was a woman here yesterday, a blonde woman sitting here.
Let's talk about
I
it.
forgot her name.
Father.
Did you
Father
see-
Coup?
Okay. Did you see
What?
her fucking new podcast studio?
Oh, you stole your shit from her.
I absolutely did not.
Joey's apartment is the inside of the car.
I had my shit ordered since last year. Like I've had this shit in
Show
my
the
cart.
photo. It
You
looks-
think she
it's
saw
the same
She
cover-
absolutely-
your Amazon order?
The same
It wasn't
everything.
Amazon. This
Our
is,
daddy's
it's
studio.
Nordic Knots
like-
and Design Within Reach. It's quite different. But her podcast studio, same exact coffee table.
No, but like, are you
same
talking?
exact carpet.
When you say exact, you mean like
Exact.
it's like the
It's
brand and everything?
I
Like,
don't-
It's wild.
Where is the picture?
yeah, we gotta show this. Send it to.
If you-
send it
there's
to
a
me, and
shot-
I'll send it to the producers. They'll put
There's
it
a
up
shot of like her interviewing whoever was on next, and there's this marble. If you're listening in the back, there was this like marble like block
It's a
table.
plinth.
Plinth table.
Voila, Calicut marble,
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard. You have a pin?
coffee table, and I have the Nordic Knots. There it is.
Okay.
This is your house.
That's my fucking coffee table
which
and my
is-
carpet.
Which is?
No, show them. a
So
photo
this
of
is
the inside
obviously
of your
call
house.
her daddy. This is all call
Oh,
her
that's
daddy.
Joey's a big fan.
photos.
Okay. Where's your house?
I'm showing you.
Kevin, it's shocking. It's the exact same thing.
Send it to me, and I will send it to
I
Nick.
swear on my mother's grave, and you know my mother's passed, I never even saw her house once. Or her apartment, or this thing.
our DMs were blowing up. Oh, Joey's a big Call Her Daddy fan. Joey's a big Call Her Daddy fan.
Do that. By the way, good sign. I don't know why you're all upset. I was
I'm not
like, yeah,
upset.
me and Father Cooper have the same, you know.
Calling her the founding father is the funniest thing. She goes,
Okay.
she walks in, she goes, the father is home. I was like, oh, I fucking love you. And then she's like, Peter,
She is great,
oh, Pat, good to see you. Oh my God, we shared a desk for a year, but.
Here it is. There's my coffee table.
Here, text it to
Send
me
it
or
to
Kevin,
me.
and we'll send it in.
Exactly.
It's the
Dude,
same
look at, that's the
shit.
same thing.
Send it to me, you dummy. Send it. Text it.
Send it.
Nobody
I'll
can
send
see
it.
this.
Yeah.
How do I send it?
Text
You?
me. What do you fucking send it to me? Just text it to me.
That's again. Stop, everyone. I'm
Here,
I
messages.
would say send it to Nick, but there's no chance you have
Hit
Nick
Billy.
Hamilton's number, right?
Hold on. Messages. Okay. what do
How
you have
many
in?
dummies does it take to text a fucking picture?
But it is, we were getting
Send it,
DMs
send it,
about
send it.
that.
Listen, seriously, and I love a girl with style. And everyone's saying, they see a lot of me and her together. We're both boss bitches running our fempires. And I see you says. I mean,
That
I'm not
is
gonna come
very
for you. We
funny.
both have good style. What
Why
can
don't you
I say?
come for the
I have
father?
I have nothing to come for.
Come for the founding father for stealing your style.
Why
I'm
don't
not
you
saying I'm
fucking
stealing-
do it?
No, she
tell
stole
her.
your
She
style.
did steal my style, but it's fine.
Wait, when did that studio open?
I don't know when it is, but I have
Her new
timestamps. So I
studio is
ordered this.
like-
When did? Yeah, see, that's the thing. When did you order? Because
When did she
I ran
premiere
through
her
a
thing,
problem
though?
like this.
I would never have known about it. She just premiered it.
But were you teasing the shit that you had before her studio went public?
Yes.
And does she follow you?
I don't know.
Hell no. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Imagine Alex Cooper being like, "I need that." Joey Camasta put out his pin.
I want to. You know what
Pimp.
I want to do? We want to do like design a room at your house or some shit. Make a video
Yeah,
on that. I think that would
yeah.
be awesome. Get me
I
and
would love
Joey
to.
up
Well,
there.
so I definitely want to do.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Okay.
And then you look at the.
Now my carpet is Nordic knots. I'm not sure if she can afford Nordic knots, but I'm only kidding.
This is all Out and About is just.
Me, that
wait.
really got meek.
Is there? That's just a that's a video, right? Is there
That's
more?
a video, but yeah, I'm just showing off my.
So wait, your coffee table, if you will, is just a fucking thick slab of
It's a
marble.
heavy. It's like 600 pounds.
I was gonna say it's gotta be really
to bring it in
fucking heavy.
through the window on a crane. But no, I love the style. I mean, it's a transitioning. Remember, we had someone.
I think the
that
headline
word.
is
You don't
Alex
say that
Cooper
word.
stole her entire style from Joey Camasta.
She jacked your
Now, she will be a
swagger
thief.
Thank God I haven't shown my wedding dress yet to anyone, because she'll be walking down the fucking aisle in a hefty hideaway original piece.
Well, let's
Hideaway.
let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Alex Cooper here yesterday. We said it was the Doctor Strange 1 in 14 million chance that Alex Cooper does content with us, and it was the 1 in 14 million. Now,
I mean, but it seemed like it was like, and it seemed very easy.
well,
We had to fight her off with a stick. She wanted to come on the show so bad.
here's the thing.
She invited herself on the show.
Yeah.
Had I heard she was coming with a documentary crew, I could have told you she was going to do everything under the sun.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
It was a very much like, oh, I'm back at my old high school where we were all friends and played together. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I'll tell you this much though, that girl is very impressive.
Yeah.
That and I think people maybe forget, at least maybe I did, when she started here, she's probably like 24 or some shit.
Yeah.
Right?
She
was
is
young.
on ecstasy. Sorry
And
to-
now,
I know she's still high.
sorry to
She's her earmuffs on. She can't even hear us.
and now she's, I don't know, been in the game for 5-6 years, like
Cover of
late 20s
Cosmopolitan
probably.
magazine.
Yeah, like you are a different person at that point in your life. And what once was like, just like, suck his dick and cheat on him and like blah blah blah, vocal fry, like that whole thing. She is very engaging and like looks you in the eye, dialed in, knows everybody's name, and it felt like very politician at points. And I was like, I get what's going on here, but you're also doing it so well.
Worked on me.
And
you know what-
totally.
She was like, I didn't come in on purpose because I wanted to like build my brand. I was like, that's so true.
I
was
mean,
like,
well, so
Touch
so
your arm.
The thing is,
Great
once you
point,
reach
Queen.
that
We held
level of
hands.
success, you have nothing to gain by being standoffish, by being
Right.
by being anything.
Right.
Once you're that successful, if you can look someone in the eyes and you can remember their name,
oh my God, she
hug,
remembers me.
It's just gonna make your brand boom.
billion times bigger, and she knows that. And now, I said this on KFC Radio, and I'll say it again here. That the story of I was not doing anything with Barstool on purpose
believable.
that is a great narrative. It fits perfectly. I think there is truth to it. I think that is what happened. There was this allure of like, who are these girls? Why aren't they coming? Oh, we only see them every now and then. Are they in the office today? All that is true. I don't think that was foresight. I think that story fits now. I think at the time it was like, I just don't want to do shit with these people.
Oh, I think it was a. I don't.
I think
I'm
it's a
gonna go
combination.
completely the other thing. I think it was a combination.
I think
of both.
yeah.
Like when they said, I think the way they treated you is a kind of a microcosm for the whole thing. I think there was a genuine part of them that is like, we want to be hot, sexy, cool, edgy. We want to be for famous people, rich people. We don't want that guy over there with the khakis to be involved. I think you were in that case Barstool. It's like, I don't want to do the combine with these fucking schlubs. I don't want to do these things. We want to be a different thing. So I think that part is true.
You want to be untouchable to a degree.
Is that how they were when they worked here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So were they not friends with you back then?
They were at
You were all
first.
here.
At
Obviously,
first,
you were here.
they were friendly. They were like, they were the ones that were like, we're gonna give you the makeover, and then clearly,
I think
They would even
when it
once they
popped
realized
off,
they
they were
had
like,
sex-
oh,
they
wait a
came to
minute.
stuff at first. Like they did that turkey video. Like they came to stuff at first.
They came on radio. They roasted
to
everybody.
Field Day.
They said, we can tell everybody's. This is.
How
this
long
is
were they
when-
here for?
So
3 years?
less than that. I think.
That's 2 years, but
Like,
like,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
more about how.
I think it was like
present
fall
they were.
28.
It was very Mean Girls-esque, but just imagine it on like add a
very,
couple
very
zeros.
successful.
You know what I mean? But they came on radio.
It was not me. I don't even know if I'd say.
But I do think like it was one of those things. Like
I'm saying the way
Go
that
ahead,
people
yeah.
were like, why don't they come to work?
yeah,
Why are there
yeah,
different
yeah.
rules for them?
because it's bad for their brand, and that's not a knock on like anyone here or on Tommy. But if you have this, like she said, very like shiny, sexy thing associating with people who are in fucking sweats and schlubs like me.
they
and
did
whoever.
tell.
I think
there was
that
the time
came
Alex told
to
Dave
be-
Lenny can't wear his hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I think that I don't think that was like, I'm gonna do this on purpose. Like my thing basically was like, if that was the case, if you came to me and was like, we're gonna like blow you off but that's what we're doing, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Now her response to that might be like, but then it
wouldn't
doesn't
have felt
work.
the same.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I think that fit. I think there's some truth to it, but I think it all worked out very well, and you can come back and say all that. You know what I mean?
I think there was also like contract issues at the time. Like
Yeah.
part of like why they weren't
Right.
doing stuff is they were like,
They
we
were
want to get paid a
d-
lot more money.
yes,
We're not
yes,
doing
yes.
more.
But even before that, it was like once they realized that their brand was just
Bigger
essentially
than,
like
yeah.
the antithesis of what Barstool like is, which is this
yeah.
broy shit. And there's a degree where they don't want to. I don't know if the word dumb down is right, but they don't want to like
associate with it. And, like,
associate with like the.
we would basically poison their
Exactly,
poison the
right.
well. You know, I like the first day they came in, they jumped on radio and they said, we can tell everybody's dick size in here without taking their pants off. And they just judged people based on what they looked like. And I will say it was rather embarrassing
Eerily
how many
familiar
people took
with
that
the ear test.
seriously.
Yeah, I mean
I
that's
gotta
not,
say, I got
that's not a
6.5.
skill
I got
that's
6.5.
like.
Tommy got 6.5.
Hell no.
Apparently,
Got it.
Grinelli told me that YP still to this day will be like, yo, Alex Cooper said I have a big dick. And then people who were told they have small dicks were like bent out of shape about it. I think Francis wrote a blog like eviscerating them, but I think he was playing back. I don't think it was serious.
Right.
But I think there were some people who were like, if guys did this to girls, it would be fucking sexist, you know. And it was like, guys, I mean, they're just
the way the
fucking
land.
clowning
Yeah.
around. But
Beautiful, funny girls get whatever they want.
and then the combine was.
I know it best. Trust me, my sister.
There was one video, Joey, where they were supposed to come out and do the NFL Combine, run sprints.
I love that. And then in their underwear.
And yeah, and they did not care for it, but they showed up in a neck brace and crutches, and they were like, "We can't do it."
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
That was fucking
That's
funny.
part of like that. I think was better than like we're just never gonna show up because we're more successful than you guys. Now it all worked out in such a way where she is like so fucking successful, and then she comes in here and really is. She knew everybody's name, and she really was like pretty engaged and like.
Did two
I
other
was
you
girls-
studying the blogger page.
Yeah, imagine you found like a red carpet fact sheet with everyone's headshot on it and their name underneath it that she was studying before.
Where's Leonard Fournette?
Is Ohio?
say William Fournette?
Leonard Fournette.
Do we have? What was the guy who got fired? Is Matt Fitzgerald here? Do we-
Yeah.
God, we had so much fun together.
Like I think all of these things can be true at once. That like I think there was a lot going on for the cameras, but I think it was all done in a pretty genuine and nice way. She was very gracious with her time. She did answer the internet with me. Somehow I ended up in her documentary. They
saw them
sat
interviewing
me
you.
down here and interviewed me.
I did.
Oh, sorry.
I sat with her for like 5 minutes of the documentary crew, and they were asking about like all the makeover stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Then apparently they walked away, and she was like, Tommy is not making the documentary.
No, here's what happened. And I said,
like, this will be cut for time.
I was not going to say this. I did not want you to hear this because I didn't want it. I didn't want you to hear it. But Liam apparently ran out and told you this. But we were in the green screen room where we do ATI.
Yeah.
And that's where we had some back and forth. And Alex said, she said, the one thing that really pissed me off is you guys never gave me a studio. And I was like, fair fucking point. Now, also in hindsight, though, it was like you used to come here 25 minutes a week.
There was 2 studios.
So having but like we should have like fucking ripped up one of these rooms and been like, here you go.
Yeah.
And so me and her started joking about that. We were talking, and she was like, oh, this is good. Like this is good banter, the producer, right? And Alex was like, oh, okay, like you want to sit with KFC, sit with Kevin, and then
Oh no.
she just went, I'm done with Tommy. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I did it. He's not gonna be in the documentary. I wasn't gonna say anything, but then Liam was like, oh, I ran right over here and told everybody. I was like, okay.
Oh, that's good back and forth. But
That's just you and the Coop Dog.
she was fucking around.
Yeah,
I'll be in that documentary.
I think that documentary is going. I think they have a angle that they want to take.
She has a machine behind her that's making her. I think when people realize, like when companies and PR people realize, oh, here's a person we can make some money off of.
Make like $1 billion.
There is a fucking engine behind
Did
that
you
one.
guys notice during radio at one point that girl, one of those girls just said, was that because she was a female? Nobody else picked up on that.
Who said that?
What was it?
One of their like producers, and
It was
I
the
can't
one with
remember what it
green
was. We were like arguing, not arguing. We were discussing something,
I didn't
and
hear
she
that.
tried to like wedge that in, and I kind of like pulled back. And then they did the same thing to me. They were like, "Do you think that like they were treated differently because they were female?" And I was like, and it was so out of nowhere, like those questions she was asking me didn't fit. That I was like, "What?" No.
Clearly, this is your
Imagine she
angle.
just came back and did a hit piece.
So and then they asked me. I said like Alex told me that Barstool's reputation, like she wanted to like not associate with it, like that everything we just discussed.
Right.
And she was like, so what was Barstool's reputation? I think she was just dying for me to.
Right.
And
It was the
just-
director
We're
saying her.
racist.
Yeah. And I mean, I obviously didn't give them what they want, but I wanted to be like, don't do this. Like this is a very interesting story. Her rise is very intriguing if you're into the. So many people out there are like, who cares? And it's like you're not interested. Maybe you don't like her subject matter, but you're not interested in the fact that this girl like is going to become $1 billion empire in my estimation. Like that is interesting, but don't go to like the generic like she's a girl in the man's world and took him down. It's like that almost
It's
cheapens what she
tired.
does.
Right.
Yeah.
Male, female, she's a fucking alien, man. She did something that like
the
nobody
vibe
else
when
could.
she came in here, similar to like when celebrities go back to their home they grew up in the
Yes.
ghetto. Like when Jennifer
That's what
Lopez
they
went
want.
back there.
That's- yes.
And she goes, I used to live here. And he was like, who?
Yes.
Who are
Is
you?
Kelly-
And then
yeah.
like
No, Kelly-
everyone's like singing squalor. She's like, oh, I remember simpler times. I used to slum it here
Well, she
before.
kept saying,
Totally wrong.
Yeah.
saying, oh, it's like it's all the same.
There was
Like,
one moment,
okay.
for the most part, all that narrative talk did make sense, and there is some truth to it. At one point in the clip, she flat out says, "We used to do so much shit together," and I was like, "Yeah." But again, I can't put words in her mouth, but part of it might be like her rise to fame, her like Barstool era was her entire rise was during Barstool. So in her mind, she's like, my life was fucking crazy. There was so much going on.
Right.
It just was never with us.
No, it wasn't like we were all slumming it together.
No, it was like
We're gonna grind this video
saw
edit
you.
I
Yeah.
shared a desk with her, Willie Colon, Large, Jared Carabas, Liz, and Sophia Franklin.
So-
that was us around one desk.
That's a fucking hodgepodge of people right there.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to call Kelly
And Ellie
in,
Schmidt.
because Kelly said that one of the producers came over and was like, so now where did Alex sit? Like, where was her desk? And she was like, she didn't really like have one. And she was like, okay, but we can just we can set up, like you can be tapping away on your computer and she can come over and be like, oh my God, I used to sit right here. Like we could do that, right? And Kelly said that she was like, that would be horrendously fake. Don't do that. And,
Yeah.
and he just like walked away. But it was like, yeah, those things didn't happen. Plenty of stuff did happen here, enough that we don't need to fabricate, what did and didn't happen.
Was she in this new office ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
was?
I mean, she
It was pandemic.
She was employed while
We got this.
in
We
here.
got this
in
new
here
office
before?
June of 2019, and they left like June of 2020, basically. So there was like a
because they used to,
9 months until
her complaint was how they used to go into Studio 1 and 2 and put the little fucking square thing up.
Squares up.
Fuck, that's right.
Yeah, no, so they were here. Again, just not like physically, but they were here while.
Her husband is hot. Have you seen him?
He's a good looking.
He's a
I
baller.
don't know
Alex
her.
Cooper's, yeah.
He has a production company, so
He's like a movie producer guy.
Same.
yeah, so it's very.
Do we know what this documentary is for?
So
I mean, I know it for her, but like where it's going? Or?
no, I was talking. They I think are gonna shop it.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure Netflix will come along and be like, the Alex Cooper story.
God, I got
here's.
fucking some FaceTime in there.
I was almost like, I don't even know if I want to do this. Like I was like, they're gonna like paint me like I'm some sort of asshole villain. Like
Oh, yeah, you're
I was very clear to be like, I think I was the most wrong person on the planet Earth about her, because there's a lot of people who doubted her, but I was the one here. In my mind, I was like, I'm gonna speak up for like the people. Like there's a bunch of people here being like, we don't like this or whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna say something. In hindsight, I've grown to learn that a bunch of these fucking idiots are stupid. Like you shouldn't speak for these people. But so I said that kind of stuff to be like, you can use this. Like I was very. I didn't want to be like, somehow they can twist this to portray me as like the asshole. So I almost was like, I was wrong. She was good. She was amazing,
I've never taken offense to like, some people get upset. Like obviously you want people in here. Shout out to fucking no one here right now. But it's like, I've never taken offense when someone is super successful, like call her daddy or whoever, to them not coming in. I've never taken it personally, which has always been weird to me, especially with the Mean Girl stuff. People like took it personally.
Yeah.
It's like fucking fuck off. They're gonna make their own bed.
I was like jealous and insecure and annoyed. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why isn't my podcast doing like this well? And I was never like, they should have to come here, but it was just like, fuck, I wish this was happening for me and it's happening for them.
You felt similar when Pat and I started as well.
I mean, you guys just
and you're upset.
You just.
And I said,
Now, we've gone ahead. Our
They're
growth
bad
has
for the
slowed.
Barstool brand.
So you had
Growth will slow.
You will
Do
plateau.
you consider
Dude, that-
something to get to a higher career like we did?
I mean,
Yep.
if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Tommy learned quickly. Now look at him.
Yeah, I would say
Brand new
Tommy's blown
Fordham
up.
sweatshirt
Listen,
on.
If
I would legit suck dick for like a better career.
I think you really would.
I
really
have.
would. I think Tommy, if we had 100 Tommies working here, I think this place would be better. I think.
world would be
that'd
better
too
for
many
Tommy.
Tommies.
No, that would be too many Tommies. You're right. But like, Tommy does shit.
I loved your new movie.
New movie.
Yeah, you were playing Sebastian, I believe
No
your
Hard
name was.
Feelings?
What was your name? What was your name when you were fighting with that man, that blonde-haired man outside the restaurant? Was it a man or a woman? Caroline Banowitz.
You're talking about No Hard Feelings.
No, the movie you did. You were fighting outside the restaurant.
We did a Please End This sketch for a new
thought it
episode
was a
last
film.
night. Yeah, it was not a film. It was just.
I loved your acting. What was your character's name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian and Monica.
Yeah, we got.
And then you got. I don't know why. The answer to the question was when Sam Martin sat in between you. A threesome was going to fix that relationship with Sam Martin. That's what should have happened back there.
Yeah, Sam almost got canceled.
Trust me, that
last
doesn't
time
help.
He said some nasty shit.
Well, I love that show. It's my
Or
favorite
Sam
show on
Martin. He's the
television.
hardest working guy in the country. You know Austin actually has him chained to his desk?
He has a tracking device on.
Yeah, he does.
Tommy though, like if you ask Tommy what he's doing, it's like he's got the billboard, he's trying to do music, he's trying to do art, he's trying to do this, he's scheduling fights, he's like, there's not.
He's trying.
I don't want to say anything because I don't know what's going on. I know that
turn the office against me.
the invitational, the invitational is tonight. Shout out Dan.
Clearly we weren't
Catalyst
invited.
guys. All the teams involved, FAU, and
It is
Chicago.
It's going to be, yeah.
Yeah. Is it?
Like FAU Final Four team versus Sister Jean Loyola Chicago. Then you got a Hurley.
Sister Jean?
Bobby Hurley.
I can't believe she's still
versus,
fucking alive.
Brandon Walker.
Still doing the damn thing.
So it's like Rico versus Brandon.
Sure.
So who is-
Bobby Hurley? The Hurleys are the greatest.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen their
Dream Team doc?
documentary, The Street Stops Here?
No.
About St. Anthony in Jersey, Bobby Hurley's high school team. Awesome documentary.
HBO?
I think it's kind of like just like on demand, like lives on its own sort of thing. Street Stops Here. If you're into basketball, especially high school basketball, watch it. A lot of people might be. I know like Fights was in Chicago with a couple people. There was a big sponsor event last night. The Invitational is tonight. I'm sure a decent amount of people are here. But there's fucking Nobody.
We're the only 4 in the office.
And I'm like, I just don't know.
Bubs is here.
We've been having these like weekly meetings, brainstorm sessions. Usually we end radio, and then we bring everybody here and we brainstorm. And there's the whiteboard. We write down all these ideas. That's actually filled out a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's really
That's today?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's
not as
not
bad.
that great.
But it's like
Someone got a box.
I want people to like. There's so many.
Why didn't you
Like
tell people to come in?
I don't have the power to do that. Like
think
I'm
you
not
do.
He
that.
does.
I think if you were like, hey, get your ass in here 2 days a week.
I don't know. It's like until I think that is like an official thing. I think if the GM format had ever gotten off the ground, that would have developed and people would have started to like take me seriously. I think right now if I tried to tell people what to do, there would be enough people being like,
I would listen.
Oh no,
I would
I think
listen
you're
to you.
completely.
you think if
right.
I like demanded people come in and they have to do
Absolutely.
this, they would just like be
I
okay
think
with
you
it?
don't
It's
give
more of a
yourself
respect thing.
credit.
I think you don't demand respect. You don't demand respect. You just you earn respect. I just like in the same way with GM role or not GM role. I look up at you for career advice all the time and just following your career. And you got me started here. You're the first one to invite me over here, and stuff. So anything you say, I'm like, you're an old,
I appreciate that and thank you for saying that. I just feel like
I think more
sometimes
people are feel
Yeah,
feel
I
the
think
same.
definitely people.
You think so? All right, maybe so I have to do it more. I feel like I also feel like I need to like tell people, like we come up with these ideas and it's like, okay, so feel free to like get together and do it. And like yesterday we were like Clemmer, go make the list for what we're gonna do in New York City.
You're like the
and
pledge
Jackie
master.
was like, I'm gonna do Secret Santa. So I feel like maybe if we like assign it, people will do it. Because I think a lot of people at Barstool are sometimes waiting for delegation, I guess.
Right.
And it's, I guess we got to do that. Yeah. All right. So
We do a
maybe I'll
talent
that one.
show.
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
but like, do it. Like,
Yeah.
go. Like, literally, almost any idea people have, I'm like, yes.
We can
Because
make
we
a
have to
little
fill.
stage here.
The goal was to do a video a week. That's a little bit ambitious. So it's now falling under like once every 2 weeks. But that's a lot of fucking videos to do over the course of a year and multiple years. So
doable.
almost
We got
any
enough
idea.
here to do it.
But also, I think to
But
get
it's doable. We got enough people.
yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, you gotta fucking.
I think it's
do
as
it.
simple as like, and again, I'm not gonna be the guy to fucking. I guess I kind of technically am, but I think if you were like,
You just
hey,
identify with the male gender?
come in, I did. I think if you were like, fucking get your ass in here twice a week.
Yeah, it's not
Or
that fucking.
And then
5
people who
days
do come in and just.
I know.
Dude,
Like,
right?
I don't think it's that
And
great.
no,
We're like,
listen,
I mean,
Me and Dave were joking. We're the only company we're on a Friday. If people come in, most
get
people look for an
bagels.
excuse to not come to work on a Friday. If you're here on a Friday, people make an excuse as to why they are.
Yeah.
We're the only company on earth that does.
I
that.
gotta
It's
do that.
Why are you
fucking
here?
bizarre.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy, but I think to your point, it's probably uncomfortable. But I think if you're like, hey, I'm serious about this shit, get in a couple days a week, and
Yeah.
what do you
I-
have to
I-
show for your thing? You
I
know what
think
mean?
if you look at Barstool, you have more resources, more technology and equipment, more people, and more space to do this shit than like anybody in the fucking world. What are you laughing at?
she has clog hoppers through the house.
It's just like, and even the people who do stuff, I think sometimes don't realize how much there are like other creators out there who are like, I just have a cell phone and like after my shift at work, I gotta like squeeze in a couple videos or something. It's like, oh, the sky's the fucking limit here, but you gotta fucking do it. So I don't know, maybe I always thought it would be like, if I were to be like, you have to do this, there'd be people who are like, who the fuck are you?
There's not a chance that
Yeah,
that would happen. if
Okay,
you
all
said that.
right, maybe. I have learned over the years.
right?
I always said to myself that like, I was like, if I was in a position of power, I think I would be a different boss than Dave. Dave's like a bully boss. I think I would try to. He doesn't do much positive reinforcement. I think I would try to do those things.
I think
And
the
as
balance
I've
of both is good.
What?
Yeah.
Balance
Well,
between
that's
you
what I
and
think
him.
works.
Right, yeah, totally.
What I've learned though is my approach. I think when people like, don't be a bully boss or this or that. I don't think that's realistic. I think I've learned that like you can't, even like on my team sometimes, I'm like, I always tell them, I'm like, don't make me be like Dave, like, and I say this, be like Dave, meaning like when Austin and Frankie are like terrified,
Right.
And it's like, I don't want to have to do that, so don't make me do
Don't
that.
mistake my kindness for weakness.
Right.
But I don't think you have to.
That happens to me all the time.
But honestly, like,
then I have to come for the children.
They do though. It's like you can say that and be like, I'm not gonna yell at you, but like just don't make me. And they're like, cool, I got it. I respect what you're saying, but nothing motivates quite like fear. You know what I mean? Like if you,
But I mean, you
if
also, like,
you get at, those guys will get out of bed at like 3 in the morning because something got fucked up, or they'll stay up till 4 in the morning to make sure something doesn't get fucked up. And unless there's a little bit of fear of like, I'm gonna get chewed out by the boss, I don't know if
yeah, but anything you would be telling people to do would be backed by Dave. Like Dave would agree with anything you're telling. Like you people come into the office.
And I think it's just
not something that
it's
Dave
a
would be
accountability.
like,
is
that's
what
true.
It is. It's
Yeah.
just being like, hey, what the fuck did you do this week?
Right. I think I'm just saying that it comes down to more of like, I don't know. There's very few people whose motivation is their like self-motivation versus punitive. Like if I don't come in, I'm gonna get yelled at. I'm gonna get embarrassed on radio instead of like I'm gonna go in there because I have a C2000 camera and 10 guys who can help me write and
That
blah,
makes
blah,
such
you know?
good radio, though, embarrassing someone.
Total. And that's the other thing here with this show is like I've been
too
talking to the
nice.
guys about it. I'm like, we could go down the road of like we could fight every day. I could pick out something. We could talk shit. We could go head to head about something every day. But I don't wanna I don't wanna fabricate it and be fake. And also that is a grind of a life to just be like, every
thinking
day
that
for an
too.
hour we're gonna fucking fight.
You were texting about like, oh, like people are watching the show, let's like, make sure it's good. And that part of me was like, do we just go fucking balls to the wall? Like, do we channel our inner Kirk Seamus Minahan?
Well,
Turn
I
around
think
in the office and people are here and go, where the fuck are you? What the
It would
fuck
be
do you?
clearly like put on.
fake.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
Well, I don't know if it'd be fake because like there's enough topics,
I have an inner
people,
rage that I can-
stories, rumors, shit that I'm like, I probably could do it genuinely, but it would be
Remember when
like,
Hannah Cook answered a FaceTime call with Dave while she was getting her highlights done?
Incredible.
Sure, I was
All time.
dying.
Yes.
You could
it
not
was like
write that.
It was like about work
her
ethic,
being
right?
mean girl.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
about her
mean
being
girl.
mean
Yeah.
girl.
Like,
And she was in the chair with her fucking foils in her hair, and she's oh wait, what?
I wasn't mean
What?
to Caitlin. Like,
Yeah, that was fucking
But she
special.
definitely was mean to Caitlin.
That was. I forgot that in the Mean Girls thing. By the way, I don't have a Oh, I do have a computer.
We should have
the Mean
asked
Girls
them-
thing was like way more Hannah than it ever was Jordan and Alex.
Oh, God,
like
yeah.
and
They just sided with her.
I've never seen anyone ground a human more than I have Joey when we were on Barstool vs. America, and Joey had the back room of the RV.
Well, my patience was tested not because of that poor girl, because of my living situation.
Wait, you're talking about
I
with
just
Hannah?
share a king size bed.
You tell the story. I don't
Joey
even know.
had the back room of the RV, and he was so mad because someone got voted off, and Hannah comes in, and she walks right to the thermostat and changes it, and Joey goes, "Oh, bitch, no." And Hannah turns around, and she was like,
Get a
"What?"
blanket.
He's like, "You burrito eating, blah, 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 blah." Yeah,
What does that mean?
She can't have gluten.
She's gluten free.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it was over the temperature, and he's like,
pathetic bitch.
He's like, you're not. I'm not the one, bitch. I'm not the one.
I just like to set some ground rules. It was like late in the competition. Kelly Kings and I have not won a competition yet. We're sleeping in the same bed, like King said. But I thought she was going to come in and like play the girl card.
That's what
and,
you're trying to
and
do.
be like,
You go, you're
the
not
girl
the
card,
only
like, you know,
bitch
you can.
here.
I'm not sleeping like in that bunk bed. You just gave me the king size bed. I feel comfortable sleeping with the girls. I'm not sleeping in a bunk bed with like, Glennie Balls or whoever was in the room at the time. I thought she was
Honestly,
going to
that
pull
might
that,
be
so
a
I had to
fair
lay it down ahead of time, let her know that I was the queen supreme and not to try me, mama.
You go, you're not the only pretty bitch here. And she was like, I'm sorry. You go, "Mhm."
Yeah. But now everything's fine. Everything's
no one
fine.
with us?
No, she's.
She is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is she?
She plays golf
When?
and tonsil hockey.
Hey. Anyway,
she will
there's
create
some
rumors.
meat on that bone.
Yeah, she will start rumors. All
That one.
right, we're gonna take some calls here.
How fun.
So, if you want to stay, you can, Joseph. If you got to go to TJ Maxx, you don't have. I think that one's.
I don't want to jeopardize my job.
No, stop it. I was gonna say one
that's
of
when you
these
double
calls.
down.
Tested. Be
That's
like
when
you
you
have
double
to
down.
say.
Well, but one
Like,
of these calls is about the quarterback of the Jets and Giants, and I don't want to make him sit here.
Oh, then I will leave. Thank you, everyone, for having me.
Yeah,
You can follow me at outandabout.com or weedqueen.com. That's KWEEN.
Wait, what's that one?
Weedqueen.com. I bought that. I don't have anything on there, just have my picture. But it's I just like refer. I always say because I smoke weed now, I can't drink anymore because of my triglycerides. So I take weed every day. So I bought the website weedqueen.com because I call myself a weed queen, but there's nothing on there. I don't know how to press the buttons on there, but I did find out how to put my picture. So if you go there, you can send me a message or you can look at my picture.
Weedqueen, you becoming like a
pull that
person
up.
in the weed.
You want to put weedqueen.com?
Connor Joey is interesting.
KWEEN.
It's been great.
What do you like when you're high?
Oh, I'm the best. I do all my live shows high because I don't
Really?
care. There I am.
Oh my God, you're super stoned. Do you have a social media at
No.
Weedkween? It's just
We did it, Joe.
Wait, who is that?
It's just
That's my father after his transition.
It's just all photos of him high.
You smoke or you eat edibles?
I
or
eat
what?
edibles.
Live shows high.
I do
I
every
could
time.
never.
Dude, if I had an edible
I need
before
to be alone in my room.
bro,
No, I love it. And it calms me down.
We did an
You're
episode.
great on it. It gets me nervous. I'm like, you sure you're? Well, you've been good.
We did
Oh, I
an
love it.
episode. We called it three cheat day instead of 420. I think it was 421.
We still work 3 Chi. I need some edibles, 3
Oh yeah.
Chi.
Oh yeah. And
Please do
did
you have my mailing
it was
address?
Me and John. It was KFC Radio, Chicks to the Office,
Didn't
Dogs
get high? Yeah.
Dogs got high for the first time, and maybe Trent, maybe somebody else was in there. So we started out. What?
Chicken fry.
Chicken fry was on there? The fuck out of here! I don't
Frank
remember
ate
that.
the cookie?
That's another one who
Stop.
like it's like.
Frank
oh
ate a
my
weed
God, she used
cookie?
to-
Yeah, remember?
What?
Frank ate the weed cookie.
Yeah.
he
So
was
so so
Yeah.
He's the best.
we started and 3 Chi has like
The best.
a wide array of
Delta 9s
products.
are my favorite. The
And
strawberry
they
gummies.
they have good, like their brownies are good, their cookies are good. So Feitelberg ate like 3/4 of like all of them. He was like, let me test the cookie, let me test the brownie. And I dabbled a little bit, and I remember we got probably like 45 minutes in when the edibles take a little longer. And as soon as it started, I was like, we gotta wrap this up. I mean, I cannot be. It was a live stream too. I was like, I cannot be on the camera anymore. I'm about to I'm gonna be like face down on the desk in a moment. Because once I'm high, I am like, I usually go to sleep. I usually take it to go to sleep.
Like I
Yeah,
literally have
your
to stare at
fingers
my
don't-
phone and be like, is this a thing a human being would say?
I took it
Like,
out
I
of-
can't. Actually, last night you were and I was like so high, and I was like taking so long to respond. I was like,
I did notice that. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, fucking answer
I was
me.
high, and I was like, I just don't know if these are things a human would say.
Let me check. I think you were all
They
good.
had a Thanksgiving scare with the edible a couple years ago.
500
right.
milligrams.
Yeah, and he had to go to the hospital. His poor mother.
Yeah.
Right during the dinner.
I took an edible before dinner last night. And I woke up at 3 a.m. to pee, and then I ate an entire bag of goldfish.
That's the worst. Is if you
And an apple.
you're good, but when you wake up,
Yeah,
you're, like,
there was a
hungry.
40-minute gap because I was just being like, I don't know what to say. Like I can't. When I'm high, I can't text anybody.
When I get I am convinced I'm not like I'm like I'm gonna drop this. So I sit there and I'm like,
that landed.
That was cool, right? Yeah. I'll sit there. I'm like holding a glass like this. I'm like, don't drop it, don't drop it. But Doug's got
I'm
high.
taking an edible tonight, so nobody text me.
Okay, good to know.
Go live for it.
Doug's was sitting on the end, just like I don't think he spoke a word for like an hour. Huh? We have the clip? Oh, perfect.
Oh, I'll watch it.
I didn't want to interrupt, but can I please have some water?
Yeah.
When I first came in, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty upset that these peanuts weren't salted. And then I ate like 3, and I'm like, oh, thank God these aren't salted.
Yeah.
When I came in, I was upset with peanuts.
Dougie so much.
I didn't want to interrupt. Motherfucker's been swallowing his tongue. I was gonna say, how good does that feel right now? How?
This is pretty good. I didn't want to interrupt.
And then Doug's came out here, sat in one of the rundown recliners because we did it at night. So we probably wrapped up around like, I don't know, like let's say 9 o'clock. And he just laid on the chair. Yep, there he is. And I remember being like, I think, is that my picture, my account? Because I took a picture and I remember being like, I don't know if I want to put him on blast like this.
Or Dougie.
And then I was just gonna leave, but I remember being like, I think I have to like make sure he's okay. I was like, you definitely can't like drive home, and I don't even know if you can get. Like, I was worried that he was like not gonna be able to find the train.
On the wrong train.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. I think he like stayed there till like 3 in the morning. He was like, I'll get home eventually. Yeah. Maybe we should run that back. One of the things about content is always like you think it'd be funny, like let's get wasted and let's get high on camera, and it's
So
like
bad.
it's not
Yeah,
good.
it's not as easy.
If everyone else is high or drunk while watching it, maybe, but it's never as good as you think.
It's sad.
Okay, let's talk to Nuke first. Wait, this might be good because it's about Tommy. You might like this. You have headphones?
The sale ends.
Nuke, you wait for Joey to get his. Nuke, you're on the air. Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey.
Okay, so first I want to preface this by saying I called before you said you don't want to pick out things to talk shit about.
No. That's not. I go. I want you to do it. Don't worry.
Not if it's about me.
All right. Well, I've been wanting to call for a couple weeks, but I'm always working when it's live. but Tommy's necklace is weirdly long, and I'm
So
very happy
long.
He's still there. 'Cause I think you'd have a
Take it
great
out.
opinion
Yeah, no,
on
I
it.
know. It's
What the hell?
It goes to his belly button.
What
Dude,
kind of
adjust
weird
it.
shit
What is it, a
Tommy
saint?
doing with this necklace?
No, it's I've had this since I graduated high school. My aunt and uncle gave it to me, and I wear
It's
it.
such a dumb
patron
Italian
saint.
thing.
I
How old were
saint
you when
is
you
that?
graduated?
I take it off.
Skinny
I take
shit.
it off whenever I have intercourse because otherwise it will hit the girl.
I was gonna say they'd be swanging
They
around.
could hold on to it, maybe.
Why don't you?
But when you're masturbating,
I should go short.
It still hits your dick.
No, I throw it over my shoulder when I'm masturbating.
The Lord can't see.
That's a debt. You really do that.
I swear to God.
Have you ever
That
choked
is-
anybody out with it?
No, I take it off. I always, it's easy enough. I have a list of things to do. Like I have work things to do, and then I have life things to do.
Yeah.
And on my life things to do list has been get chain shortened for about 3 years, and I just haven't got
do
Do
around.
you mind if I take her for a spin?
Yeah.
Well, now it's like it's your
We have to have sex though. I only take it off when I'm having sex.
Joey pounces over me.
Yeah, have you ever put it around somebody else's neck at
Oh my
the same
God.
time?
Have you ever put it around someone else's neck at the same time? That would be
No.
insane.
We could probably fit both our heads in here.
I mean, yes, as like a
Hey,
joke
can I
with,
also
like, Nick.
clarify what I said
Dude,
about
and you wear
Feitelberg a
this
few weeks
every
ago?
day like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's under my shirt, but yeah.
Wait, hang on. Let me let Nuke finish his call. What did you say about Feitelberg a couple weeks
Westboro
ago?
Baptist Church.
So a couple weeks I called and I said that pop punk is a joke, but it's serious like at the same time, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I said Feitelberg's also a joke, but what I was trying to say was basically like Out of Order is a sketch show that's meant to be a joke, but he's also taking that seriously. It's still a serious thing. So that's what I was trying to compare pop punk to when I was saying
Absolutely.
it can be a joke and be serious at the same time.
Yo, Out of
I
Order.
still think Feitelberg is a joke, but I do love him.
Dude, I mean, Fights is the epitome of like, you know, if you like, I call Feitelberg fat because he's not fat. You know what I mean? If you were actually overweight and I was just like, you fat fucking
He's work
idiot,
fat.
I would be like horribly mean. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's like you're making fun of somebody because they're not actually that.
Right.
So the same thing with Feitelberg, I'm like, you lazy fucking idiot. It's like, he's one of the hardest working guys I know. We've been together for 15 years, doing podcasts around the clock, new episodes, new series. He's doing Out of Order, you know. So that's when it's like Feitelberg, you're a joke. It's like you're a laid back dude who kind of just like goes with the flow. It doesn't mean you're a joke.
Right.
You are like an annoying asshole. That's a real thing.
Right. I'm an egotistical maniac.
Right. That is just a fact. But Out of Order, man, it's already been very well received. So the fans that watch like know it. I'm not telling them anything they don't know. But if you haven't watched it yet, it is. And they've changed format a little bit. So it's funny watching John. John wants it to be like so pure. I told John, I was like, you should do workout content. You should do fashion content. He's like, I like doing those things. I don't want to do content. I'm just like,
Right.
you know, he's very like, he does what he does, and he doesn't do what he doesn't want to do. But with Out of Order, he like wants it to be such a pure, real thing. But it's like better to do it week to week rather than have one episode with several skits. Right. And watching him be like, oh God, the art. You know what I mean? I want it to be.
How much he cares about it.
So,
Yeah,
And it's
totally.
like
so much.
not surprising, but like I would have like 3 years ago I would have been like, oh, Fights love sketch comedy. Like I
Right.
wouldn't have.
No,
that.
never.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think he kind of came into his own a little bit. I love watching him find his thing where he's fucking great at it and everyone's giving him like positive, feedback about how good of an actor he is. I think if Fights like harnessed all of his stories and his delivery, I think he could be a stand-up for sure. I think it takes the thing that sucks about stand-up is like you have to learn how to bomb and learn how to speak and deliver, and that takes like 10 years. So it's like if I start now, I'll be like kind of
And
good
John
by
will
the
be
time
dead by
I'm
then,
45.
so it's-
Yeah.
That's what I always think is like people are always like, oh, you should try stand up. Like you're gonna be bad at first. It's like, well, then I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Like I don't want to. I don't want to do
put
bad
in the
once,
work.
let alone.
I'm petrified of failure.
Yeah.
The idea of going up there and people not laughing, I would go home and I would kill myself.
You guys do a good live show in that your energy level is always like when I watch those clips of you guys coming out.
Yeah.
It's like. The Man Mafia is screaming, and one of you has a costume on, and you're doing a dance, and like when I walk out there, I'm like, good evening. Like I'm here to do my podcast. Like you need that.
Well, we just add a little flair to everything, just by nature. We have showmanship in our blood.
Yeah, you really do though. I
Always
mean,
have.
like I don't think I have that side of me, but
we do the shows for the entrance. We say.
Yeah.
We'll
Just
like
so we can come out to Towdrick Hall.
We'll go there early. We'll be like, we'll talk to like the lighting director. We'll be like, here's what we need when we go in. We have our lighting cues, our sound cues.
I'm gonna raise my left hand. At that point,
the lights come down.
Speaking of that, the guys are telling me that they said to Alex, we've worked on the lighting guys for her live show. So we have worked on Broadway with less lighting cues than you give us.
Yeah.
Like she has a fucking production, dude. Anyway, back to Tommy's necklace.
It's long.
Okay. The fact that you just casually and willingly admitted that when you masturbate, you have to take off your necklace.
I don't take it off. I throw it behind my shoulder.
Throw it behind your shoulder
Throw
like
it
a
over
continental
shoulder,
soldier.
like
That
Can I
is
see where the
fucking
necklace
crazy.
lands on your chest?
Why don't you take off your shirt and show the people?
Oh, thank you.
So it lands here. So that means your cock has to be at least go up that far if it's hitting your dick, or because you're leaning forward.
Wait, what?
Pretend to masturbate.
Well, I'd probably be laying down.
Yeah, I am a little.
Oh, you lay
confused.
down?
Why
You lay
does it
down?
Stop you from.
Well, I don't want to come on it. We've gone over this. I come onto my tummy when I masturbate.
Don't say the word tummy.
The fact that he said
That's
tummy,
fucking.
I
oh
line
my
it with
God.
tissues and then.
You line it with tissues.
Yeah, I've been over this on programs, but it's not that.
You don't come into your own mouth.
Dude, the thought of Tommy like.
Throw your legs up.
Like taking out a tissue and like unfold and then like
throwing my
put it
necklace
here.
over my shoulder.
Oh,
Say ew.
that is the.
Puts his press on nails on.
Throwing up an old smoke show and just going to town.
Absolutely disgusting. Let's
An
go
episode, not a woman, to be clear.
to. Let's start with John in New York. What's up, John?
It's my stalker.
John, are you there?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you John in New York?
Oh, sorry. Well, no. I'm John St. Louis. That's New York. That's why I threw me for a moment.
Gotcha. What's up, John?
Yeah. First off, Tommy, you come on your stomach. Do you at least put a washcloth on your or towel on your stomach? Like
tissues.
Okay, tissue. All right, well, that's your choice. That's weird, but all right.
Like so.
Sometimes I catch it.
Yeah.
With the tissue.
Like I would need like several layers of tissue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's heavy.
I can imagine just passing through. So you were talking about projects and stuff. Are you guys still thinking about doing the streaming, gaming streams and stuff?
Yo, let me tell you something about video games. I fucking love playing video games now.
I hate them.
I have rekindled that in my life. I used to love them as a kid. I remember saying to myself, like, fuck, I wish I stayed with. I was like such a nerd when I was younger, and then went away from those things, and now those like rule the world, fucking like nerd games and shit. And I wish I stuck with the video game world because I would 100% have been like the Barstool video game streaming guy, and probably would have been like fucking ninja at that point.
I mean, that'd be a great idea. If one of you got like someone being the main guy and just every now and then has friends on.
See, I would do it. Go ahead, sorry.
I would tell you now, you want Kirk Minahan moments, no better way to do it than you play Mario Kart or Mario Party and have someone just decide to fuck over someone else's shit.
Yeah, right. Or just frustration in video games. You have the video game rage, you know. Give me your crazy fact, and then I'll let you go. We'll talk about more gaming stuff. Go ahead.
So I found this out today. This is what I was going to call originally about it. You're talking about sharks have been around longer than the North Star.
Sharks?
Sharks, like the animal, like the very first, like
no
believed
fucking way.
A shark in existence 450 million years ago. The Polaris, the North Star, 70 million years ago is when they believe it was like came into existence.
No fucking way.
Crazy. Sharks are that old?
Yeah,
well, that's probably some evolution.
Sharks are like dinosaurs.
Creationism, first and foremost.
Now, the Lord Jesus Christ put them on the planet.
All kidding aside, like I watched this one video on evolution. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like it literally is like, people like went from like, they went from like, they're trying to tell me we were little fucking fish.
Yes.
That's such a load of shit. I legitimately think that a god is more believable than evolution.
That is fucking hilarious.
Literally, we could pull. It's like the history of evolution, and it's like first we were little fish, then we became squirrels, then we grew this. Like there's no fucking chance.
That is very funny that
you think there's just a spaghetti man in the sky.
That's like
Carl
not
Everett
a bit. Like it's fine if people think it's a bit, because then they'll maybe won't think I'm that stupid. I straight up do not believe in evolution.
That's what it's like.
Unequivocally.
So you believe in creationism? Like,
I think it is legitimately more likely that there's some supreme being
He's Italian.
that made the universe than a speck of dust appeared out of nowhere because of no reason and exploded into everything.
Well, that's why I believe in some sort of hybrid, because it's like something is happening for a reason. But
they'll be like, oh, you believe in God? That's so stupid. It was this little speck of dust that exploded into a 10 billion.
And by the way,
universe.
that is like
that
Big Bang
it requires
is
just as
too.
much of a leap of faith to believe.
No, I believe in that. I don't think that's crazy. I learned about the Great Leap Forward, I think it's called, where like
jumping the broom.
We've been around for however many years, but really like in like the last, I don't know, it's like 10,000.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we started thinking, creating art, like complex thoughts, all that shit. Like forever it was just like kill animal, eat animal, like and this is where people start thinking about aliens or some sort of whatever. We got like our brain,
simulation.
or DNA changed or whatever. But you're right.
Like people say like if you put the history of the universe into a calendar, like humans would be the last I think 5 seconds of the year.
And then within that, like us being complex beings is like a millisecond. It's like we were just idiots for the longest time. My computer's about to die, but we'll talk more. But I want to get this one calling. We got our boy Bingo from Omaha, Nebraska. What's up, Bingo?
Hey, good to call you guys. Just got a question about Joey's talent show idea. I think that'd make a great live show.
Yeah.
Live stream it, pay like $15, get the whole crew, have Sass and Francis do a set.
I would like to.
You got a lot of talent around that office.
I agree. I think we need definitely a theater because I need a curtain for sure for the performance I have in mind. Now, I do a street cone disappearing act that you would.
Who would be the host? KFC?
I probably have Roan do the host because I think Roan is such a smart, funny host.
Well, fuck
you have to perform. You have to perform.
Literally fucking right here, dude. You have to perform. Could have just lied for like this 1 second instead of saying.
I would want to see you perform.
No, Roan's incredible. I don't have any talents. Wait, what is this here you say though, Bingo, about Dave saying less live events, meaning? You can't read it all.
Yes, I think that was about the Mississippi State basketball, and you guys are committed to a bowl game, I think, this year. And I think he said after that, you guys are out of those type of live shows. But
did he say that? Does
Barstool
anybody
show
know?
made money, right?
He said
from the
that
Yak,
at
it
one
was on the
point.
Yak.
Well, after buying the
Like the huge.
On the Yak, yes.
Okay, well that's what I mean, because I was wondering, I was like, we did the layoffs and we're talking about we're not going to be jumping out of planes on shows anymore, but we are going to be hosting
The Dozen Live.
That's fine, but like I'd imagine these.
I think he said like these
that's
were
shade.
Contractual.
Like
So then after that we're done.
Most likely.
I would imagine, because that makes a lot more sense to me. Now, what he's saying, Bingo's saying, the award show is very different undertaking than a true actual sports broadcast.
Totally.
What about a roast? What about you guys become like a place where? Like,
did you watch the award show?
I was gonna say, Nate.
Well, no, but like you guys
Nate's
could be like
suicide bomb, fucking hate speech. I was terrified. I was looking for the exits.
But think about like the celebrity roast of like Max Homa with like the foreplay guys, and you get some other people in there. I don't know.
I mean, we kicked around the idea of you have a dais and you have a roast. I think I know Dave wants a roast of Dave Portnoy at one point.
Yeah.
He's talked about that. The thing about Barstool, it's tough because it's a lot of insecure people who masquerade as like I've got thick skin, and it's like Nate made a couple jokes that were like a couple were cutting and a couple were like very surface level shit, and there was a lot of moans and groans.
Yeah, I think a Barstool roast could also only be done like once. Like how many? Like you have to come up with different jokes. Like Nate was so good at that.
Well,
one.
yeah, that is
like
true.
You
can't do those.
People were scared.
That's why
to
it's
laugh.
got to be like.
I like that idea though. You bring in a celebrity that's like we almost are comedy.
A Nikki Glaser.
Yeah, and then because you still make fun of each other.
Right.
Or I think if you individually did. It would be tough, but like, Nate had specific, like one joke about this person. If we all had like.
Right, but even though on Real Roast they roasted Deus too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but I really think, thanks for the call, Bingo. I really think that it's like, that's good on paper. That's a good idea on paper. I think the day after that, there would be a lot of moans and groans and a lot of like, well, we're not fucking friends anymore, basically. Right. So, I think it would be great, but I just, again, do people want to risk doing that? I think that pay-per-view stream, Barstool.tv, again, that was part of what I wanted to do with more, as the GM of comedy, to bring in other people and do all, work with them and use that. I know people get all bent out of shape about people charging for content. I just can't imagine.
Did Kirk have his
those
live
people.
show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it do well?
I think it did. I think it really did. I think it was like several thousand people at like $10 a pop or whatever it was, and that's
pay-per-view.
Bam. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can set the price at whatever you want. You do an award show. You can do. I think there's things that
$10 was what I think it was for the
awards.
The award show. That's the best.
And you know what? The truth of the matter is, the pricing there. The people who paid 10 for that probably would have paid like 30.
Right.
And you don't want to be an asshole and price gouge, but we could have made so much more on that just because the people who wanted to see that really wanted to see that.
It's a Big Mac.
Yeah, right.
The only issue with like the more pay-per-view stuff is like you can't go viral. Like your pay-per-view stuff is only going to be your existing.
Yes,
agreed.
right. Although I do think there's a matter, you can do like, in 2 weeks this is going to be on the YouTube or something like that.
Right.
And then you lose some purchases, but you can also have a hybrid combination of both. I think there's stuff like, the dollar slices guys are like, we want to charge $1, like $1 slice. You can also pay $1 and you can watch our shows live. And then it's like, who cares what it is? It's a thing that's growing. You're going to see the growing pains. You're going to see the good, the bad, but you also only paid 99 cents.
Right.
You get a couple hundred, a few thousand people, it starts to grow. Let alone if you have a celebrity guest, it's like, okay, you're going to get to see one of the biggest celebrities, biggest comedians. Now that gets a little dicey because it's like they're going to want a cut of that.
Right.
Yeah, Joey Camasta is going to be the star. Everyone's going to pay, $99.99 to watch it.
Mayweather prices.
But I think that we are going towards a paywall world where it's not like you have to subscribe, but it's going to be more a la carte, where it's like
totally.
even down to like tiny bits, like I want to read the rest of this article for like a quarter, but it's like you have an account and you just kind of click and eats up as you will. And I think that we should be at the forefront of all that stuff if we can.
I've recently bought a Wall Street Journal subscriction. I want to be more up to date on the news. Yeah.
Nice, Tommy.
Without a
You want to be on the same page as some of the world's most influential people?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the New York Times.
No. The New York Times trash. Wall Street Journal, I think maybe better.
Why did you just send me this?
Do you want to read it to the group?
Why don't you share
Mr. Camasta, at this point in time, I am pleased to inform you that your echocardiogram is perfectly normal.
You're a hypochondriac.
No valve issues, strength is normal, all looks good. Any questions?
I feel like Joey's always like getting medical attention.
It's like
that's why we have new medical insurance. We have to do enrollment. I went straight upstairs to HR and I said, first of all, I want to get someone fired. Second of all, I was like, girl, I need to sign up for the premium plan. I need to have a slip and fall, a hip replacement. I want to get my premium down.
Now, I
was wheeling and dealing up there, like I was at fucking the Baccarat table.
The HR ladies all just whisper, "Oh fuck, he's coming back up." Here comes Nana. They hear the heels.
They hear my hip clicking. I need a new hip this year.
If you look behind Joey, we have some beautiful sweaters up there for the holiday season. The ugly Christmas sweaters are now on sale at the Barstool Sports store. A lot of people were asking me yesterday about the sweater I was wearing yesterday, the 3 shells, red, green, and blue from Mario Kart. Gray pullover with the 3 shells embroidered. That's something I am putting out on Black Friday. I'm doing a little video game series because, like I said, I'm getting back into the. I would love to be the video game dude. It's just you need to stream like
politics
12 hours a clip, 5 days a week.
There's politics involved here.
Yeah, I can't. That would also be a whole thing. I don't want to get involved in that fight about who runs the video game world.
You should do it though.
But I like at the end of like almost every night now, if I have free time, I'd rather than watch TV, I want to play video games. Spider-Man was what really got me back in. And then I played Spider-Man. I played the Star Wars games, GTA. I went back into GTA.
GTA is white trash.
And yeah, totally. They announced that 6 is finally supposedly going to be coming out. And I just ripped through Spider-Man 2, the Uncharted games. I like all that stuff. I don't think I play I don't play Call of Duty or Fortnite. I don't think I play the streaming games. My thought would always be that I would play kind of more old school stuff. but it's not an old school platform, you know? My thought was like, if I go play old games and I talk, oh, this game came out in like 1997. Here's what was going on in 97. Here was the music. Here was the pop culture of the time. I think that's a cool format.
Like,
Shut up.
Exactly. This isn't
not the right.
So this isn't in 4K.
Yeah, I think that is not the right.
I can never see Kevin playing like Fortnite, like a game where like you're facing like other people online screaming into a headset. I can never see you do that.
But that would be good.
I think you would be surprised because it's like this old side of me that like I'm kind of conjuring back out. My thing also is I'm not great, so I'm like, do people really want to watch me like struggle through this challenge that I'm sure all these gamers can do? Like,
you also can't learn first-person shooter games and be good at them unless you start when you're like 8 years old.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a riding a bike sort of thing. Like I'm getting back into it, but there definitely is. I'm sure if the professionals were watching me, they'd be like, "You fucking suck." But anyway, I bring it all up to say that those sweaters are going to be out on Black Friday. Right now, the Ugly sweaters are already on sale, but we have a lot coming out in the holiday season from all your favorite brands. Busted with the Boys, Plan Brie, Nooners, One Bite, Pardon My Take, Spittin' Chicklets, Foreplay, Out and About, KFC Radio. I'll be honest, neither of us were on there. I just ad-libbed it. But
I was going to say, you definitely ad-libbed that.
I wasn't on there either, so.
Our first members-only piece of merch coming out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, we have the Mam Mafia Established 2021 sweatshirt coming out.
Premium
That's very
line,
cool.
Limited edition.
How many?
Black.
Like it's like one thing and then that's out? Once it's sold out,
Yeah,
it's
once
done?
it's sold out, it's done.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
What about the Tommy Smokes merch?
No smokes on yet. No smokes on yet. But buy.
I think I would buy a shirt that said, one thing about the smoke is, what is it?
You
What is
might.
it? What is it at the
If you
end?
want it, you can get it.
You can get it. I think I would wear a shirt
I don't think that.
Think about
we
the
might
smoke.
sell 8.
Is it, you want it?
What about you don't want
almost-
this smokes?
I've almost exclusively sold shirts with my face on it.
What's funny about you is you are a raging narcissist, but you do it in a way where like it's like, isn't this a funny bit? But it's absolutely not. It's so fucking
me?
You disguise it?
But hurry now, while supplies last. Get them in time. You got to get them now to get them shipped for the holiday season. As Joey said, it's already Christmas season. So go to store.barstoolsports.com today to buy it all. Thanks to everybody who called. We'll get to the chat tomorrow. Maybe we'll go through the chat if anybody has anything constructive to say and they don't want to just talk shit about my appearance and or my life. Anything else, boys?
Oh, I'm getting. I was on a
little better.
FaceTime with my brother yesterday, and he goes, "You're fucking disgusting. Go get your eyes fixed." So I'm going to a dermatologist tomorrow morning. So
This is why Tommy is the way he is. He never had anybody to check him.
Yeah.
A brother, a
Feitelberg
sibling
checks him a
can be
little.
like,
Yeah.
Feitelberg, it's just too late for him though. He's out of the barn. You know?
Right,
You need a sibling
unfixable.
to be like, you are a fucking asshole.
I FaceTimed him. He goes,
You're
"Oh,
fucking
what the
disgusting."
fuck?"
Yeah.
I go,
If a
"Oh."
friend did that, even a good friend, you'd be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But a brother, it's like, okay, all right, gotta do what you gotta do. All right, see you guys tomorrow at noon. Barstool Radio.
This is the Barstool Sports Invitational. It's pretty remarkable being in this venue right here. 2 legit Division I teams. How could you ever dream it'd be possible? You can't really.
Caleb and Roan, Jersey Jerry's doing the mop duty. It's going to be Barstool soup to nuts.
Nice move, big man. Nice move. Oh, it's going in. Jordan. Watch this. Corner pocket, Dan. Tie game. Wow.